would have the little lunch boxes and so forth. But I wanted Bill to have like a little something to put his lunch and all like that in. And he didn't mind whatever I suggested or brought to him. He was in my club, he was in my class, everything. And he went to Dillard. He went to Dillard University on football. At that time, Dillard had football. But he was a scholar, and he majored in chemistry. Now, need I tell you, even after desegregation, I didn't call it integration. The principals at a lot of schools, they would take all of the black students, the good black students. And I shall never forget that I had a conversation with the principal at that time of Murphy. And he said, "Oh, y'all's coaches not anything. They just throw the football out." I said, "I beg your pardon, sir." I said, "The coaches at Mobile County Training School were different. Number one, they taught classes, and you know that. Mr. Rose was one of the toughest teachers that you would ever want. Need I say, when Mr. Horton came along with PE, when you first met Mr. Horton would wear the white uniform just like he was taught at Tuskegee. And I'm sure that I was a product also of Tuskegee. If you recall, Velma Blackwell was a product. And when those teachers came out, they taught in uniform. They didn't wear stuff like you have on. They wore starched uniforms. And all of us took pride in the way you looked. We wanted you to look just like we looked. So I said to the principal at the time, I said, our teachers that taught PE, number one, they all had degrees, bachelor's and above. Mr. Rhodes had gone down to Stetson in Florida. Bill Clark was at Tuskegee along with me in a program sponsored by International Paper Company. All of my higher degrees were done so with fellowships, and IP was one of them at Tuskegee. And Bill Clark was in chemistry. And I cited all of that to that principal. So you know he was mad when I told him all that. I said, now Mr. Horton taught at Tuskegee, then he went on, at that time he had gone on to McGill because of desegregation. That didn't stop Mr. Horton. He laid a foundation, and when he left McGill, he left for the same reason that the young man left, because he didn't get any state benefits, and he went on to Williamson, and you know they named a building in his honor there. So he was the same little general wherever he went. And so it is that Bill Clark just kept on going. And I'll tell you another little secret. He was in my club, and you know I would take my club, the Artisan Club, down to Waveland, Mississippi, to go. It was a church place, but I took my children down there, and that was the same place that Dillard University would have the retreat. Hattie was his girlfriend. His mom was his girlfriend. And I would slip Hattie down there where Hattie could at least hold his hand. Because y'all know that I didn't allow y'all to hold hands anyway. It was out of sight, out of mind. But I have such fond memories with all of you. I could tell a story about, you'd be here all night listening to me tell stories about all of you. And the accolades that I received like this, you know, it disturbs me. I don't like this. I don't like this. Because when you see the fruits of your labor, it's not money that can buy these kinds of gestures. Because again, all of what the teachers put in you at the time, we didn't make any money.
Sure did.
We didn't make any money. Even being degreed, because when I started teaching when, again, I finished, I started, this was my first job, and my only out here in Plateau. And I was making $900 a year. That was money, because most people didn't make what I made. And then when I retired after teaching 40 years, and I was 12 months a counselor, I was making big money, $35,000. And see, y'all start now at 40, 49, 50, all like that. So you see, you want to know how I made it? You want to know how I know where you live? Well, we went up 43. We went up 45. And I remember that. And just the other day, Georgia Walker's brother came from up that country. See, that was country then. And he bought me 2 jars of preserves. So you see, that's love.
Yeah.
That's love. And that means more than money when young people think about you. When P. Ryan and what's his name? Cleon, when they had the garden, they bring me greens from the garden. That's more than money. When Paula Singleton's daddy would bring me, I could look for that truck every 4th of July because he had brought me, he would bring me everything, watermelon out the garden over there. And that's what I was used to. And I haven't changed my lifestyle. It's still the same. And the young people still come to see me, and they stay a long time. They come from California, they come from everywhere. And that's the way life is with me. And I welcome any of you anytime you come to Mobile. Those of you that have lived away and moved back home, come to see me anytime. My life is an open book, and so it is with my home. I welcome you anytime you're down the bay. God bless all of you.